Now, I did make one exception. I used my phone. That's the only thing I used my phone for. But besides that, nada más. What's up everyone, how's it going? Super bad shadows because it's like the middle of the day. But anyways, so far, the 3-day challenge of not using any devices is going super great. I had to use my computer earlier this morning to get my last video out, but that was just a quick exception. But now, no devices, no internet. Right now we're gonna run to town to run some errands. A while back, there was this house that burnt down because I think it was a gas tank that like blew up or something, and then the house ended up burning down, and this family, they lost everything that they had. So they have this charity at this church where you can, if you have anything you want to bring to donate, drop it off and then they'll give it to the family. So we filled up a few more bags of stuff that we're not using, don't really need, and then we can give it to them so someone else can get use out of it. My sister and I, we both want to sit in shotgun, but there's only one shotgun seat, we have to take turns. So right now I'm sitting in the back, my sister gets to go in shotgun, and then on the way back, I'm gonna go in the shotgun and she'll sit back here. Don't worry, I'm not gonna forget. Okay, don't sit like this while we're driving. There's this baby horse right here. We made it to the house, which they are rebuilding now. So this house had burnt down. It was nearly completely gone because it was made out of wood. But now they've actually rebuilt quite a bit of it. We'll get a better look. But concrete walls, they got the roof, and now I think they just got to finish like the interior and stuff. What's the difference from how it used to look last time you were here compared to now? Yeah, last time I was here, there was no walls, it was just dirt, it was all like black, everything was burnt, and they had taken like all the metal stuff and already putting it like aside so that the metal truck could come pick it up, but like it was just like burnt wood and it was all just black everywhere, and yeah, there was nothing left. Those dogs are going crazy. Anyways guys, that's us coming along. We'll probably get a chance to stop by and take a look at it maybe once it's done or once there's quite a bit more progress. But yeah, compared to how it was before when there was nothing, a lot of progress. Okay guys, so done a bunch of other stuff today, and now two of my good friends, Joe and Titus, came over. And so today we have a few hours left of light, so we're gonna do some adventuring and some exploring and some jungling and some jungles that we haven't explored yet. But we have a major expedition planned for tomorrow. That's tomorrow. We gotta see what we find today. Okay, see you guys out there.
All good.
So the first thing we found is this. Now it looks like it could be man-made, but there's a good chance it's not man-made. But it almost looks like a pyramid made of these rocks. And these rocks I found like just like lying around. Like if you look around, you'll see these rocks around here. But there's like this tower of them perfectly placed here. Maybe in the middle there's a pot of gold.
I feel like in there, like indigenous people might have made it years, like hundreds of years ago.
It's not like a clear trail, but if you look closely, you kind of see like a trail coming through here, and then kind of going up that way. It kind of looks like a trail.
It does. Well, let's follow it.
Yeah, let's try to follow it. Maybe we'll find like a bear.
I almost just grabbed onto that.
Joe, what was the name of this?
What? Oh, African palma.
So there you guys go, African palma. It's like this. It looks like a palm tree, but then it just like has these super long but thin needles that
they're pretty needly
come out of nowhere.
Skin.
What we've decided to maybe start bringing more often, because we used to not bring it, is now we're gonna start bringing a machete. Not only is it good for if like it's really dense jungle and you can't get through there, it can help you get through, which you try to avoid doing, but if you just need to. But also if some type of animal is trying to, like you see some animal there, if you have some type of weapon just for self-defense, that's pretty good. But also, there's a lot of trees here. If a tree were to maybe fall on someone, or you need to like cut through wood quickly, having a proper machete is going to do that a lot quicker.
Or for a path, if you're going through and you're like, oh well, we can't go through here and it's dead, might as well just chop it up into pieces and so you can go through.
Homeschool.
You guys too go to a private school, correct?
Yeah.
So we don't hang out or see each other every day. So when we do hang out, which is maybe every 1 or 2 or 3 weeks, we have like all this stuff to catch up on because we haven't like been hanging out a ton. And what I also found to be helpful is before, sometimes when I hang out with friends, I wouldn't have a plan of what we're gonna do, which can be fun, just like spontaneous hanging out. But then if you have a little rough idea of like maybe somewhere, we try to figure out a spot that we're gonna explore when we hang out.
Like what things to bring and all these kind of things.
That way when we are hanging out, we have like kind of a plan of like, okay, we're gonna go like exploring up this pathway and then like follow this river and stuff. That way we don't end up being like, well, we're hanging out, what do we do? And end up wasting time hanging out, just sitting around doing nothing.
It's not like this stage, it's not like you forget something and go all the way back to your house. Here it's like a big drive. Yeah. So you just might as well bring everything prepared so you can just have fun and hang out.
Yeah, we all live a good distance away, so we can't just like walk over to each other's house. So far, super fun, and I'm having a pretty good time not using any devices or electronics. Now, I did make one exception. I used my phone to make plans with my friends. That way we can meet up and hang out. That's the only thing I used my phone for. But besides that, nada más. Pretty cool. So right over here, right now we've kind of been just like in the dense jungle where you can't really see the sky very much, but just found this open lot. Whoa, did that tree get struck by lightning? That tree looks like it got struck by lightning, because if that were to be cut down by people, it would be like a clean cut mark, but it's just kind of either that got struck by either that tree got struck by lightning or it just fell over from all the rain. The amount of times I've refilled this water bottle is from another world. Ooh, pretty thirsty. Cheers. One of the coolest hangout spots that we have ever come across. On these explorations, we're actually in spots that we've never, like in spots of the jungle that we've never been to, and we find these hangout spots, like this one right here, which I had no idea about, but one day could maybe return, and I'm sure in a few years the landscape and the layout is gonna look totally different. So, yeah, just been hanging out, drinking water, talking story, catching up on, you know, just talking. Good times. Good times. It looks like an animal may have been back here. The way it's just like, kind of like scruffled. Focus. The way it's just kind of scruffled up. And the way these are just, it looks almost like, I can't really tell. It may have been like a branch hit it, or, I don't know what those could have been from. It could have been like an animal like clawing or trying to like get something. Maybe an animal was crawling up here and then like a puma tried chasing after it.
Yo, to the wrong way. To the wrong way.
What do you mean wrong way?
We're not going that way.
Yeah, we are. Whew.
Yeah, we're lost.
We are nowhere near being lost.
Right takes us to the river. Left takes us to the road to Coconut. And down takes us to the...
Just don't say that you're lost and you won't get lost. Easy as that. Well, that's pretty sketchy. so many loose rocks over here. Okay, so we just kept following the jungle, and we actually found this grassy field. Kind of like opens up into a nice grassy field.
Oh, sunlight.
I know, we've been like in the shadows. We've been living in the shadows for ages. Whoa, do you see that shack over there? There's like a little hut. Whoa, do you see that? There's like some blue color. Do you guys see that?
Nope. Oh yeah.
What is that? Whoa, what was that? Oh gosh, I stepped on a branch and then it made a bunch of grass move. I was so scared. Ah. Definitely something lives in there, and I don't want to know. I have no desire to see what lives in there. I mean, I'd love to see what lives in there, but I don't want to be standing in front of its home when it comes out. You guys see this? A concrete hut and 2 water tanks out here in the middle of nowhere. Actually, like, there's a chance we're like close to a road that we don't know about, but I'm pretty sure because I haven't heard any vehicles for a while. So right next to the tanks of water, there's this like little pool, and the water's actually really clear, but I can see some tadpoles in there. I'm not sure, the reflection's pretty bad. Right there, do you guys see that? That's a tadpole. And there's another tadpole right there. Yes, I was able to get footage of the tadpoles. Termites all over my shoe. I feel like I've ended many adventures right about here, right at the local little supermarket. Nothing's better. I got this and then a few orange juices to freeze for tomorrow's breakfast to get tomorrow a really good start to the day. But yeah, gonna drink this up. We may head home. Whenever we hang out, us 3, we always have burritos. Burritos are like a staple in our hangout.
It's a tradition, you know?
Yeah. Why is my back here, Joe?
Would you say we eat burritos pretty much every time we hang out?
Yes!
Every time we hang out. It's a thing now.
Okay everyone, now it's nighttime, back from the super long hike, super tiring, and we just made 5 burritos. So these 2 are mine, those are Titus's.
These are mine. You can tell because I wrapped them beautifully, right?
Mine have more substances. So Joel wasn't feeling so good after the hike, so he's taking a nap.
So we made him a burrito for later?
Yeah, we threw him together a burrito, and he'll probably eat that one later once he wakes back up. We're gonna eat these up, get a really early night because I'm not using electronics, so can get an early night. And then tomorrow we have some pretty fun explorations planned, so stay tuned for those.
Enjoy your dinner, breakfast, or lunch, wherever you are.
Enjoy your next meal. Alright guys, well it's the next day. So normally I film my entire videos, outros, intros all in one day, but because I was so stuffed from yesterday's burritos and I was so exhausted from all the stuff I did yesterday, all the errands and adventuring, I passed out and forgot to do an outro. But I guess I'll just do it today before I go film today's video. But I guess I get to talk about how it was sleeping last night and going to sleep without using any phones or computers or anything. So on a normal day, I would say I go to sleep around anywhere from 11 to 1 in the morning. And the reason for that is a lot of the times I am editing a video and I'm almost done and I don't want to go to sleep when I'm like this close or this far or close from finishing it. I just don't like that feeling of not finishing something that I'm so close to finishing. So I'll usually just stay up a little bit later just so I can finish it and have that nice feeling of satisfaction of accomplishing and finishing a video. It's just a great feeling. I can sleep so much better. But anyways, yesterday I went to sleep around 8:39, which is very early for me personally. And what I found is while I was going to sleep, because I was not exhausted and pooped, because I was kind of pooped, but I wasn't like super exhausted. I was just going to sleep just to go to sleep early so I could wake up early. I was coming up with all these great ideas. I kept thinking of things that I would like to talk about in a video or ideas for things that I would like to film. And what I started doing recently is I have a notepad on my phone so I can write down notes or ideas. And I kept wanting to get up from going to bed and write down these ideas. But then I kept thinking, well, if I get up and I use my phone, I said I'm not going to use my phone, not be using my phone. And plus, if I get up, I'm going to probably lose these ideas. So like while I was going to sleep, I was just like in like the perfect state. I just kept thinking of great ideas, light bulb after light bulb after light bulb, and I was so relaxed. It was like the perfect state of mind, just perfectly relaxed. And I feel like it's normally when I'm going to sleep, I'm not in that. I'm like, lie down, pass out, way too tired to think about stuff anyways. So yeah, so far, not using any devices is super fun, and I feel like I'm gonna do this more often in the future because it's like so nice taking a break from the internet. I feel like normally a lot of the stuff I do in a day, and I feel like a lot of other people, revolves so much about like using a device. Like maybe you're eating, well you watch a video while you eat, or you're doing something while you listen to music, or while you're doing this, you can scroll through Instagram, or while you're at a friend's house, you message the person that's not even there, or while you're at a party, you're chatting with someone who's not at the party. To me, that makes no sense to be at like a party or be somewhere with other people, like right there in front of you, face to face, and you're on your phone checking your Instagram and talking to people who are somewhere else. You can talk to people through WhatsApp when you're at home, anywhere. But if you're somewhere at a party or something, you might as well talk to the people who are there because I feel it's just more fun to talk to people face to face. Anyways, today's positive quote was given to me by my friend Joa, and this quote is, he said this in a video a while back in the background, and some of you guys were like, oh yeah, you gotta use that. So this quote is, teamwork makes the dream work. Voice getting a little dry here, it's fairly early. What this quote means to me is to do certain things, maybe if you have like these goals that you would like to do, or like this thing, maybe whether that's make a certain movie or do a certain trick shot or something, you may need to work with a team or with friends or bros or dudes or lads or mates or just other people. Maybe personally, I like the challenge of trying to make videos on my own, so doing the filming and editing, and that's nice because I have complete control over how I want the video to turn out. But let's say I was going to do this big production movie where there was going to be like actors and like different camera angles and people doing makeup and food and all these different things, then there would be no way for me to do that on my own or alone as a one-man show, and I would need to work with a team or a crew. So knowing how to work on your own and being able to do that, but then also having the ability to know how to work with a group of people. So when I work on my own, make a video, I have to think of everything. Whereas if I was on a team making a movie or something, let's say I was doing like filming for this one angle from this one camera, I'm not going to worry about the person who does the editing or worry about the person who's doing the food and the makeup. I'm just going to worry about my task and do that really good and let other people worry about their thing, what they're in charge of. So knowing how to work with a team, but then also knowing how to do stuff on your own, it's two different things. But to do certain things that you would maybe like to do, you may need to work with a team. So that's it for this video, which actually crossed over into 2 days, which normally doesn't happen. But in about 30 minutes to an hour, you're gonna see the rest, in 30 minutes to an hour, I'm gonna start filming the next video, and we're gonna go exploring up this river and some fun stuff, but that's later. That's gonna be in the next video, which may come up like tomorrow, the next day or something. Anyways, remember to keep always doing more awesome stuff. See you guys tomorrow, early in the morning. Bang! What? The camera wasn't recording? No, I'm joking, it was recording.